Hi, everyone. Welcome to Poetry Street. This is the room without a roof where every voice is heard. And we're so happy that you're here at the Free Riverhead Public Library, as well as those of you at home on Zoom. In Native American tradition, a land welcoming is offered to recognize the original owners of the land in which we stand. New York City and Long Island has always been the gathering and trading places for many of the indigenous people. Poetry Street and our work in Riverhead and other areas of Long Island is situated on the ancestral and unceded lands of the Lenape, who are the original caretakers, also the Canarsie, the Shinnecock, the Montaukett, the Reckonwalk, the Maasai, and the Haudenosaunee. We acknowledge we are guests here and respect the many indigenous people who live on this land and continue to make ongoing contributions. Once again, welcome to Poetry Street. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to introduce my co-host, the wonderful, talented, beautiful, smart Maggie Bloomfield. Yeah.
Thank you, Chip. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I want, first of all, to thank the library for hosting us. My goodness, they've given us a home. Poetry Street started 11 years ago. It was started by Susan Dingle, who's online today. I want to welcome the Zoom people. Hello, Zoom people. And Bubby Brown, who is Riverhead's favorite poet. We were at the Blue Duck for 6 years, and then it closed, and then COVID came, and we kind of skipped around for a while. We were on Zoom for a while, and then the library invited us to come here, and we are profoundly grateful to Joanne White and the library staff. There are a couple of things that I want to tell you about. The procedure here is we have 3 features. We have 2 with us currently. One is stuck in traffic, but she will be here presently. I have a feeling a few people might be stuck in traffic. We were. Each feature will have about 12 minutes. The features will come back at the end of the event for an encore, time permitting. After the features, we will have an open mic, and there are some rules regarding the open mic. The open mic is 3 minutes. You get 3 minutes. If you go over 3 minutes, a hook comes down from the ceiling and takes you away. Please read 1 poem, not your epic, please, not your epic. Also, we like to make a lot of noise here, even though it's a library. So if you like the poet, applaud, wildly scream, yell. And if you don't like the poet, applaud, wildly scream, and yell, please. Because we encourage people to come here and grow to love poetry and grow as poets. And that has happened with a lot of folks over the years. I also want to tell you about the community poem jar. There's a jar over by the door. They're little slips of paper. Please write 1 line, semi-poetic line, and put it in the jar. And when you come back next month, I will read the poem comprised of the 1-liners that you gave us. And I need to read the one from last month. It's here. Driving. Oh, Chip, you're going to hand out slips. What a wonderful idea. So the community poem from last month driving to Poetry Street. Amazing, relaxed. If the bridge is blocked, build a boat. The crowd is abuzz. Challenge yourself and reveal yourself to a stranger. Write something every day, for new wonders come with every dawn. Shine like a teardrop. Neighbors sit together in the summer evening, ditching the serious business this summer. They chase a piping plover. Soft, the light of love falls.
Wow. How beautiful is that?
Some months it's easier than others. Okay, it's time to begin the main event, which is our wonderful features. Our first feature this afternoon is Steve Borodkin. He says he doesn't remember not writing or reading. He's a published poet, author, and musician. His memoir was recently published. It's called Street Level, and it's available on Amazon. He has donated it to every library on the East End. This is his second time featuring at Poetry Street, and we are happy to have him back. He lives in East Quogue with his wife, Deb, and their 2 dogs. Please, let's hear a big round of applause for Steve Borodkin.
Wow, that's so much stuff for a guy like me, huh? Howdy, y'all. Thanks, Chip. Thanks, Maggie. So, like any other artist or poet, I guess I was really prepared until about a half hour before, and I switched everything out, and so, welcome to Steve's world. This first one was the only one that was really ever published, quite honestly, and it was part of a group of other poems. It's called Damn the Dawn. Damn the dawn, its covenant. I who worships the fickle fame of neon. It paints the night with impression, urban, a memorandum, an implication of loneliness, dark, illuminating, cavorting. Vampire, I feed on its delicate facility, straining at its tenor. I take cover in its palette, its seamless hues and pedestrian makeup. My footsteps annoy the trash as it scurries away to hide from the broom. Sensual, a forest of colored doorways and studded storefronts. Sentinel, garrisons of its bones and borders, of its residents. Not one soul shall pass under your ambient glow. You are mine. Thank you. So a lot of these I wrote while I was writing the book. The book is a memoir. It took 10 years. So a lot of this is part of that journey, which I'm glad is over. If anybody's ever tried to publish a book, this one's called Traveler. The roads of my life, horizontal and rhythmic, some so dense as to squeeze me into submission just by their weight alone. Roads so welcomely lonely, my tears felt extinction, inevitable for lack of a place to land. None satisfying, not one showing me the beauty in the world, opening me to the meaning of some unnamed, at times sanctimonious destination. My age has shown me what fruit is labored for, both in knowledge and of suffering and bliss. Unobtainable, lost in the syllabus and cliff notes of a fractured soul, my fractured soul. Seeing through the haze of false epiphany and promise, I took a greener, safer, and less traveled path. Now I stand naked and sing to the body electric, soaking in the smell of its spark. The tempered response, the watering down of, insistence of the absence of what only another road can be. Thank you. So this one's kind of heavy, so after this, I promise I'll kind of, we'll go up from here. This one, I've never really read, it's called Abyss. It was written, I guess, about 25 years ago. Depression is the height of elation for a morbid soul such as me, wagging its tail at the laughable pain of others. There is no healing for an old rusty fool. Anger comes at one's own will, ignoring me in its own selfish rage. How can a heart so full as mine be so soured? I can teach you how to fake love. I can teach you how to love in absolute truth. I can kill a man in one move. I've killed a man in two. No need to clap for that. And that's true. Do what you have to do. This one is called Dismissed. What is love? An obnoxious upstart with no regard for who's in its way, splintered, alive, unwilling, robbing me of my compass, passing me around like a half-empty bottle of wine. Shame on you, you liar. You are no friend. You offer me nothing but take all you can. My misfortune, letting you take what you want. My fists and feet not swift enough to block your entry. Shame on me, I am such a fool. What is love? Hard, clattering, loud, like a coin left in the pocket of my jeans, placed in the washing machine. What is that noise? And what is love? It is every breath that you take. It is the way the light always seems to cast itself, upon you. It's the way you amble that makes the earth cease its insistent turning, just to admire your beauty. It is the absence of what should be, according to love, that insolent misbehaving child. What is love? Please don't ever ask me that question again. So I had a relationship that was a relationship that was a relationship with my mom, and when she finally passed away, it was a blessing and a curse. We had a very soured and horrible relationship. And I went to see her, and she had died, and I had to sit at a table in not a retirement center, but a nursing home. And I went to sit by myself, and the gentleman there, a Jamaican gentleman, sat me at this table. It's called a community table. Well of sorrows possesses poison. Reflections, dirt, the earth spins, dead flower, the tired prophet, dreams long forgotten, my skin packaged in another, finish line, what to do. We crave insistence of each second that dies. The next second is born with its own story. Tattered books, time reveals life, life displaces parchment souls. Sunlight, the color of eggs, coffee as black as my mood. Toast, wrinkles, jelly, twilight, age, it swells in its own infection. A table of widows, and time does not wait. What you've always been still shines at me like a beacon, a lighthouse guarding us from the dangerous shores, a river of sticks and the weight of water, and things washed away. Dead flower, tired prophet, dreams long forgotten, breakfast at the community table. Well, I'm inspired by what I read, and the book took 10 years because somebody told me that they knew exactly what I was reading when I wrote. So this one was inspired by Stephen King, who I admire as a storyteller. It was from a book called Fairy Tales. It's called My Night Sky. The night sky in my world holds two moons. One is my heart and the other is you. The moon of the heart controls the tide, its ebbs and its flows, says together and goodbye. The moon that is you controls the tide of the other, its ebbs and its flows, says my heart sees another. If the night sky in my world would combine the two, then you'd feel the love that was the two moons. Thank you. And you're good for time? Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know, should I go heavy? All right, so this one again about my mom. There's 2 copies of the book that are there for free. I like giving my work out for free. I'd rather not it be up on Amazon. So be it, that's what the publisher wanted. But if you'd like to read those books, they're there for free. There's a contact number. If you want more books for free, then you'll understand this poetry, I guess. So thank you. This one's called In Shadowland. In death, my father waits, cold and open. His terrestrial soul moans in fear. Mother has passed with her boulder of pain and memory. I sit in place, this place, flooded in the Sunday sun of Easter. I feel my younger self tugging on the tails of my older man's regrets because mother has passed with her boulder of pain and memory. We look for meaning. We reach for it, overextending our limits to bathe in cliche. A pause before our own final acts, setting sun, stage lights, pain, disrupted joy. A woman I've never met, umbilical bound with painful trials because my mom has passed with a boulder of pain. In memory. Lineage dies in the limb of my family tree. Time is the wave that washes over us like sand, holding accountable the small bits and pieces of shell that line the shores of what are only footsteps of those who are forgotten. There is no sunset on this day, only the extinguishing of its light, nightmares and demons. What we leave behind is so much heavier than the things that will be remembered about us. Mother has passed with a boulder of pain and memory into Shadowland. Thank you.
I'm trying to find one nice one, just one ridiculous one if I have.
Let's see. So I wane, I come and go with my meditation practice. And when I'm in it, I guess, like all of us. So this I wrote back in 23. Every town has something called Cemetery Road. And so I kept driving by it. So the name of this is Cemetery Road, or the passing away of what wasn't mine to begin with. To my heart, to learning how to walk not holding someone's hand, to be the gilded knot in my stomach, to the fire in my soul that burns down the walls of my restrictive beauty, to my footsteps through the ashes of my fire, seeing them swirl underfoot and turning to dust, to ears that listen to all of my precious words, to the love that falls from the light of sunshine, to the love that pours from the seams of my clothing, to the violent storms that crash around me, inside me, showing the places that hurt, to my path to heal, to which can be healed, to knowing that all cannot ever be, to knowing that it's okay not to be okay, to the beauty of my own told story, to the coming home, then leaving, then coming home, to breaking away from my conditional joy, to loving someone and needing nothing in return, to my clenched fist, to my sure soldiers, and sure soldiers and shoulders, reminding me of who I was, to the deep resolve of the dark, to the earth that cradles my bare feet as I stand in awe of it, to the love that comes while I am pushed to the very end of my rope, to the waning and the waxing, to the violence and disruption, to the valiant fortitude that we all possess, to the word, to the wonder of the word, to the simple, plain, ordinary life that I get to live. And I thank you.
You may. Okay, thank you.
One more, okay. Boy, you guys, thank you. I don't know. Let's see. We'll try this one. This is called 1,000 Years. I could sleep for 1,000 years, wrapped into things so beautiful they need never to speak. I could sleep for 1,000 years, but I miss the chaos and noise that has nothing to say, but speaks all too often. I could sleep for 1,000 years. The fire in my eyes would not extinguish. Splashed with dilemma and folly, it still blazes. My corners have been rounded, keeping the sharper edges hidden away from those with prying eyes and hearts that would cut and bleed if uninvited. I could sleep for 1,000 years, and like a first kiss, I would float, asking, unanchored in possibility. Oh, the multitude of hours I've lived, and all the offers of hours for sale, still, it is only a kiss. But I could sleep for 1,000 years. Then my lips would be absent of the taste of you upon them, and that would be my death. I live in the woods and fallow fields of words between the pages, not upon them. They are wild and unintended, their syllables and meaning coarse and vivid. I place my thirst and hunger at times harder than most on the pages I left behind. But maybe if I slept for 1,000 years, I would stop remembering you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Steve. Good job. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're off to a great start. This next feature, oh, by the way, I neglected to include Zoom in the community poem. You guys up there on the screen, if you put a line in chat, Claire will mail it to me and you will be included. Don't forget. Yes. Let's hear it for Claire. My God. Claire Linder. She, without her, we would be just in person. The next poet is somebody I met in June at a writers' conference in Oregon. And wow, she is amazing. Rose Livett Gaines is a retired U.S. Army veteran whose second career was in federal civil service. During COVID, she discovered her love for writing poetry. She began reading at poetry slams and open mics in Florida and the Washington, Maryland, Virginia area. Several of her poems are published in a chapbook. Next Chapter by Faith is published. Rosa is pursuing an MFA at Pacific University. I love this woman. Help me welcome Rosa Gaines.
Hello, hello everyone. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm so honored to be here and to be able to participate in Poetry Street. I listened in last month for the first time, and I definitely want to become a regular attendee each month. I want to thank, first of all, Susan Dingle for introducing me to Maggie and in this beautiful meetup group, and also then introducing me to Chip Williford through Maggie. So thank you all for hosting this. Thank you for allowing me to be here. And I want to also acknowledge my dear friend, Vicki Martin Smith, who's listening in through Zoom. And she's on here for moral support. And her and her husband, David, they're my sounding boards whenever I write new poetry. And so I want to thank them for being here. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. I'll start my clock to try to keep me on track. And here we go. I would say that the majority of the poems I'm going to be reading is more an opportunity for me to just have a voice, you know, about different things that mean something to me and what I hope means something to others. I've haven't been writing that long, but I've just really fell in love with poetry, and I hope some of these poems will resonate with you all. Okay, the first one I'm going to start with is called Trouble Don't Last Always. I'm just returning from a vacation in Hawaii, and this one, it just, it stood out as a good one to start with. Trouble don't last always. Last night, while sitting on the beach, I saw dark clouds roll away from the full moon. Then she sat there in all her glory, resolute. Her radiant light was soft, yet bore confidence. The dark clouds continued to loom in her midst, but her light shined on. Majestic palms swayed to and fro as if to hold the dark clouds at bay, until finally dawn appeared to usher in the daylight with a song. Weeping may endure for a night. Keep the faith in it, will be all right. Weeping may endure for a night. Keep the faith in it, will be all right. Trouble don't last always. Thank you. This next poem is called Dead Follicles. And being a woman of a particular age, it's talking about reconciling with inevitable hair loss, at least in my case. It was only recently written, so it's a little rough, but it speaks from the heart. The dead follicles have won, and nothing in this world can change that now. The prayers have already gone up, and God has spoken. The blessing is knowing to appreciate the diminishing time with every strand of hair on my head and be thankful for all the beautiful memories throughout the years. Thankful for that crown of glory that I was born with, those little luscious, silky black curls. Thankful for those curls that grew into ponytails that extended to my shoulders. Thankful for those ponytails that transformed to Shirley Temple candy curls when Auntie Ollie applied the straightening iron and hot curlers. Thankful for that phase when the natural afro became a symbol of African American identity and pride, while giving my follicles some relief and allowing my hair to rest. Thankful for my courage to then embark upon those strong chemicals that relaxed my hair without heat from an iron tool and made it look straight and silky like my white girlfriends. Thankful for the era of the low maintenance jerry curl that grew my hair faster than I thought possible. Thankful for the courage to go back to relaxing my hair with those strong chemicals, because the truth is that jerry curl was too wet and too messy. And this time I started adding color to my hair. Finally, I'm thankful for the natural hair trend returning, so my silver-colored hair strands can join me in the fall season of my life and gracefully transition to its final state. Dead follicles. Thank you. All right, this next one speaks to a topic that most poets would appreciate. And it's called, well, any writers of any type, poets, fiction and nonfiction. It's called Workshop Baby. It's a poet's lament for the edited poem. My baby, my baby, my beautiful baby poem. Forgive me for not protecting you like a courageous, caring mom. Forgive me for inducing premature birth, delaying prominence to your light. Forgive me for letting them take you away without a proper fight. You were so innocent and trusting. You were a joy to behold. Then suddenly, like a helpless neonate, you're unable to survive on your own. Please accept my tears as a testimony of my love while I dream of a better place for you, anointed from above. A place where poems translate stories in and outside boxes of choice. A place where the ultimate perfect lines birth a publisher prize-winning voice. But now I must move on. After confessing this literary sin, moving on to obsess over new babies with hope they will be great poems in the end. Thank you. All right. This next poem is called The Power of Unity. It's a poem I wrote in celebration of the African American holiday Juneteenth. Well, it's a national holiday. It's celebrated by African Americans, recognizing when we in the U.S., most African Americans realized they were actually free. But it's a poem that I think resonates with all races. So the title, The Power of Unity. The power of unity shall break every chain. The state of being where our families, communities, race, and nation become one in the same. It begins with 3 or more strands of a cord forging a path in the same direction, forming an undivided, undeniable pact of strength, courage, perseverance, and protection. On Juneteenth, we celebrate God's gift of freedom and another chance to be one nation under Him, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So don't allow chains of society, nor self-imposed bondage, reverse discrimination. Let's break loose onto one accord. Let's choose to be unifiers. Let's choose to be unified. Let's continue to rise with Jesus' pride, with our heads held high, with assurance in our stride, with the genius that is within our tribes, with awareness and knowledge that we are emancipated to possess all of these things. Emerge and let freedom ring through the power of unity to break every chain. Thank you. Speaking of change, this next poem is a phrastic poem that was inspired by President Obama's official presidential portrait. I don't know if you all recall seeing that, where it was pretty modern, where he was sitting in this chair and he's surrounded by all this greenery, and you know, it was very different from most other presidential portraits that we've seen. But this poem is called Change Tree. What if President Obama's dream of social change evolved into a tree? What would an image of hope look like with branches upholding democracy? Would its imperfect leaves be superficial, or would they be unapologetically real? Would the branches reflect disadvantaged, less fortunate people and how they really feel? Imagine it having deformed branches or entangled roots from struggles of discord amongst us. Imagine agitated leaves within the tree when blown by winds of injustice. Could its leaves carry an anthology of messages, speaking truth to power? Could its leaves cover us from those who shamelessly destroy and devour? Cover from those devouring our finances, jobs, and morale through fearful manipulation. Cover from those more obsessed with greed and power than they are of uplifting our great nation. O my country, 'tis of thee I long to see a nation of peace and equality. Oh, how I love to see seeds planted in an inclusive movement for a new change tree. A tree of multicolored blooms destined to change the history that was wronged. A tree rooted in prayer, then like a military sentinel standing tall and strong. We must sound the alarm with righteous indignation to call the people to action. We must rise above the social media that is becoming more of a distraction. Let us model President Obama's dream for change through unity and integrity. Let us guard against oppression with resilience to achieve the victory. Let us be the dream of desired change that ultimately comes true. Let the change-making tree become evident through actions by me and by you. Thank you. Okay, my alarm went off, so was that my 12 minutes, Maggie? Somebody tell me.
One more, Rosa.
I'm sorry?
One more?
One more, okay. Ooh, let's see. I'll do a short one. It's one of the first that I did, and it's very simple. It's called Be Present. This poem was published in the Maryland Barb's 2023 Poetry Review. And it's really just talking about being here for one another. It's called Be Present. See me. Be free with me. Hear me. Steer me. Laugh with me. Be comfortable to gab with me. Believe in me. Conceive and achieve with me. Grieve with me. Believe with me. Go to church with me. Search his word with me. Don't judge me. Don't shrug me. Be real. Share your ideas. Receive me. Cleave to me. Don't leave me behind. Don't forget to be kind. Please, take off those kid gloves. I need to feel loved. Be present. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay, oh my goodness. Rosa, it's so good to see you and hear you. I wish I could give you a hug right now. Okay, let's hear it one more time for Rosa Gaines.
Thank you so much, everyone.
And I repeat, the features will be back for one poem at the end of the event, time permitting. Our third feature is someone very dear to my heart. She was my teacher and taught me a lot about poetry. Her class was like a calisthenics in poetry. It was like every form, I have books from her class. She, Star Black, worked as a photographer, a visual artist, poet, a teacher for many years. Her recent book was called The Popular Vote, and in 2016 was cited by Hyperallergic in This Be the Verse 2019. Starr has authored 4 books of sonnets: Waterworn, Balefire, Ghostwood, Validy's Shade, a collection of double sestinas, double time, and a book of collaged free verse, October for Idas. Starr's collages, her collages are gorgeous, folks. If you ever have a chance to see them, go see them. They have been exhibited at Poets House and the Center for Book Arts. We are delighted to have a star with us today. Help me welcome Star Black.
Hi, everybody. It's great to see you here and thank you. Yay, West Coast. Yay, full country. It was great. I miss this area of Long Island because I taught at Stony Brook University and the New School for years, and I love teaching poetry. I always think that my students have more brain cells than I do, so they're going to do best. And I don't know about everybody, but with everything that's going on, I seek a kind of the comforting escape of words, music, and meaning all combined. And I haven't been able to write much, but I will read one poem that I wrote recently. Because I think that when we lose a parent, we have to pause. So this is called Some Days. Some days the sun rises, some days the sun sets. It interweaves our disguises in thoughts we forget. But when a mother dies, the sun steps aside and bows. This is a book of sassy sonnets. You know, I was just having fun, and I'm bringing work that, you know, poetry can let you just enjoy, like weaving fabric, weaving thoughts, weaving words. And it's very craft-like. And so this one is called Success. I don't know what it is with cats. They sit, they will sit, they have sit, they sat. One can surmise they possess a mind, but in their mind they economize. Their thoughts are like paws, carefully placed and very quiet. A yogi's most remote mountain is a couch within a cat's house. 12 days of constant meditation cannot reveal the stillness of a cat's repose. To a cat, a wall is a hall, or a wall is a wall, or a wall means nothing at all. A wall may be watched beyond recall. There is so much to see on the surface of a wall, and nothing seen is disturbing, if anything is inferred at all. A couch, a view of a wall, sitting alone is sensational. When I was coming up, I really wanted to work hard in poetry so I could get a degree, so I could teach. So I was making fun of one of my favorite teachers in this poem. It's called Employment. Ah, to love and live with an associate professor. Could any other medical insurance be much better? I'd be uptight with a top flight scholar. I need someone on the up and up, someone going places, working the system. The completely achieved are too awe-inspiring for me. I'd want to imitate, compete, but an associate to the achieved, that's different. I could serve Pachito and Brie to the faculty. They could come over and see that what I want, they have already achieved, not for me, but for the one whom I keep company, the one whom I shop for Brie. Ah, what a reverie! At home with a man with a job who's away twice a week most of the day. I could go bananas in my own way, just as I please. And this is to our summer season. I love the summer season. Spring is my favorite because summer is coming, but summer is my second favorite because summer is going. Fall is my third favorite, but I like winter too. I'm adjusting. This is called Nirvana. For many years, when it was possible, my poems were kind of like seduction. I was bringing somebody, reeling in a fish, so to speak. So anyway, this is called Nirvana. I'm suited in nylon for the beach. My skin is creamed. I have been reading The Relic, the interlocking sensuous sleep of those who loved well and faithfully. The summer lawns are blustering with green, the trees burgeoning with the thickest green leaves. The heat circulates perfectly. The weather itself is perfect. I ingest the weather into my skin. I ingest everything, but feel in this room in a bathing suit overly consuming. I want all the leaves to let them be, exist without me, which they would anyway, if it weren't for you. But the beach, the trees, waves of leaves, perfect weather, silken creams are yours. Like everything I see, rob me, rob me. Okay. What was that about? Like that was pretty out there. I'm gonna settle in, but I just want to do this because well, you know, I'm a sort of old lady in the scheme of things. And I had friends who covered Vietnam, war correspondent. And then another friend of mine wrote about Bosnia. And it's a dangerous job, but also it's psychologically dangerous to be so close to war. So this is called To a War Correspondent. I am here and shells are quaking over the cracked city, taking randomly its besieged citizenry, one, by two, by three, as they, ripped by shrapnel, enter swift mounds, crowding the rubble. I am here among fair trials and sea salt, thinking of you amidst burials and howitzers, and how when you return, there will only be small talk, strange TV channels, vapid parties, and how you will see everyone scrambling in weird, uninviting careers that mean nothing pertinent to honor or belief, but seem like flaxen fish aswim within a turquoise aquarium, quirky and mesmerizing to those who have time for them, and how the social pages will appear so crazy, the sports events so distant, and how you pray to be swept back out of irrelevance to hell's urgent significance. So now I wanted to share with you just some children's poems. I call them children's poems, but they're adult poems written in the children's mode. So they're very rhymey and jaunty. And I thought that they could be a good book to teach children poetry, but they're a little wacky for kids. So this is called Little Lucky Lily. Little Lucky Lily, she was always silly. She met a boy named Willie, who knew a girl named Millie, who knew a boy named Billy, who thought all girls were silly, like Little Lucky Lily. Punched Billy. So this is called Angry Ant. I am a wayward, angry ant. I live inside a potted plant. To creep in here, I left my wife. I turned my back on anta life. I left her in a dizzy tizzy. She was cute, but always busy. She started crying during work. She told me that her problems hurt. I said, your problems are not mine. When I want love, you have no time. Why work so hard all your life to be too tired to kiss at night? And this is Summertime, called Loud Mosquito. Oh, I love to sing and I love to sting. I'm a summery thing, a loud mosquito. Oh, I love to fly close to your eye before I die, incognito. We have to have compassion for the smallest things. This is called Gnat. My friends are splats. Just think of that. Death comes early to us gnats. Some nights in the air, like teensy bats, is all God gave to us gnats. Okay, and then I'll just, one more little one about the struggle for food, which is not only human, but universal. This park, that park. I fly to this park, I fly to that park. How happy I would be in a nice warm kitchen. I fly to this crumb, I fly to that crumb. You can't cook a recipe when you're a pigeon. So I'll just read two of these longer poems. They look like this. Or maybe I'll just read one. But I was trying to describe how, through the voices of animals, how human beings get through standard issues. Issues happen. So this is about a woman who's in love with her own fantasies, who meets a guy who says, they're not here, I am. So it's called Muffy the Scallop. Seawater sparkled on Muffy the Scallop, a sheeny shell in gardens of coral. Mackerel flickered above the king crabs as jellyfish scooted and swelled, caressed by feathery fans on the reef and gently nudged by undulant eels. Muffy mollycoddled molluxy dreams, the aqua reveries of shells. With the right clam, I will be happy. With the right clam, sands will be gold. With the right clam, kelp will be shimmery, and the emerald algae brilliant and bold. Meanwhile, tumbling from a shipwreck, Mitch the mussel sought a crag to clasp. Oh no, not another independent scallop with more dreary wishes for the right clam. Clams are drab, muff, Mitch clunked, too priggish and pruny to ever really hustle. What you might need just might be a bristling barnacle buccaneering mussel. Mercy, Mitch, my heart is committed, bubbled Muffy as the manta rays rippled and rolled. When the right clam comes, sands will sizzle, and I'll be mollycoddled in the radiance of gold. That clunky old junk, Mitch bumped. Backdrop filler for pearly platinum gems? On swashbuckling decks where I come from are opal glitzy ruby ribbon diadems. Where I come from, anemones are friendly. Periwinkles pucker while abalones glisten. The conches cavort with the cowries and the cockles. And clams, well, clams are missing. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for Star Black. Woo! And one more time for all our wonderful features this afternoon. Poetry Street, the room without a roof, where every voice is heard. We are going to move into the open mic now. Chip is going to run the open mic. I just want to remind everybody, one poem, 3 minutes. Thank you. And thank you all for being here.
Thank you so much to our 3 features. I mean, amazing. Another round of applause. Thank you so much, amazing. Okay, so first we have Daniel Rogers in our open mic. Let's give him a hand as he comes.
With many crowns, no one never reigned kingly. I was not a game in my past, moving at a fast rate, only to slow down and get more cake. The HUD say I'm real, but some fake. I only become what I make because life's great.
Awesome, awesome. And I almost fainted when I saw this person walk in. I miss her so much. Please give it up for Adrian Unger.
Place where I try out new poems. 6 impossible things I remind myself each day, after Lewis Carroll and Tim Burton. 1, there is a crystal that can make me shrink, scaled down to a size where I exist with my brilliance, the blue violin I'm teaching myself one day, and my almost infinite collection of t-shirts that recall the sporting leagues where I once reigned supreme. 2, there is a drink that can make me big enough to step outside and reconstitute my raw, reduced self. Make me life-size for everything I'm desperate to relive. I know the razzle-dazzle, and I've caught some lightning in that bottle, but right now that bottle is filled with tequila and more cocaine. 3, bitches can talk and talk and talk. They tell me everything they think I should know and do, but don't you forget, I'm a grown man. And I know what I need, and I do what I do. 4, friends and family will disappear. So I showed up at my sister's and my ex's and my old boss's door in that order, straight from the hospital and the airport, and a connecting flight also in that order, looking like I had come from the hospital and the airport, and a very long connecting flight. My sweats in a tote, my pills in a bag, and $40. Feeling out a welcome, which was not warm. 5, there was a place I could once call home, but like the Cheshire Cat, it was gone when I needed it on my terms and not theirs. 6, I should want to slay this monster, but the jury is out. The part that told my sister how I want to be buried just spoke its piece. No one disagreed. And while I am not putting a barrel at my head, a kind of gun is out there. And I know this roulette wheel of fate and fortune is starting to slow. Thank you.
I just love that woman, I tell you. And this next guy is part of this wonderful magazine. It's called The Scene, and he's going to tell you more about it. We have 3 people from that magazine, and I'm just so excited that they chose Maggie and myself to be in it for this month. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome M.T. Paridi.
What's up, y'all? Hello, everyone online. Yes, so I'm MT Paridi, and thank you, Chip, for giving me the space to tell you quickly about the magazine. We're a poetry and art magazine that highlights and connects the vibrant but independent open mic scene around all of Long Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. And starting in October, we'll be covering all of New York City as well. And what does that mean? What do you mean by cover? We put together a calendar of open mics so you know where to go to engage with live local art. But we also, in our magazine, highlight a different platform every month. And in the August issue, the one I have on me now, we featured Poetry Street, Chip Williford, and Maggie Bloomfield. So give them a hand for doing what they do. Yes. Yes, it's amazing. And I love that I get to shine a light on the people that are bringing art to their communities. They are for sale. If you want one, they're only $5. I love you, Chip. And it's true. It's true. For everything you get, because there's 10 pages of local poetry in here. So we would like to publish you. All of you online, it only Long Islanders or New York City. I'm sorry, we are hyper local. But if you want to purchase a copy to read local poetry, you can also do it online at thescene.life. That's our website, or follow us on Instagram at thescene.life. So anyway, that's my shtick about the magazine. Please talk to me later. And let me get into something I recently wrote. So this is new-ish. It's called The Golden Rule. I do what I'd want done. It's the golden rule. It fuels the rising sun. It is the oldest truth. That when you treat someone the way you want them treating you, you complete the sum of 1 and 1 makes 2. You complete the cycle and have started something new by removing all your rivals, because you're all equal. Here's the proof. We all want these same things, like companionship, a roof, security to live, and not worry about our food. But some of us don't care, think it's all just an excuse to sit around and stare at the walls like, what's the use? But I have been right there. I know what it's like to lose, that life ain't always fair, that at best it's just aloof. At best, this life is neutral. At best, feels like a goof. The stress, it can confuse you, and aggression will remove your blessings and abuse you. Stop your guessing and improve. Confessing that you're blue too isn't getting you to move. You know just what it takes, and you know just what to do. When helping, don't be fake, and it's in giving that we get through. Poem. Oh, and I'm featuring here at Poetry Street next month in September, so come out for that, and it's going to be great.
Thank you so much, MC. Now we're going to take a quick break and see what's happening in Zoom land. Claire, who do you have for us?
Okay, Chip. First, we're going to have Megan Deutsch, and then followed by Randy Fowler and Susan Dingle, just so they have some advance notice.
Excellent.
Great to be here. I have a poem called Shelter. Wind drives icy needles into my skin, numbing me to the sparkling accumulation of miracles. I need to find refuge. This swirling world will bury me. I gasp against burning cold. I can't move. In the forest stillness, I hear snow tinsel through air. Flakes of myself, memory, and the unknown hesitate, merge, meet circumstance. Kindness taps against fear. If I consider each wind-packed drift, cut blocks of moments, fit them together with the same care I long for, learn to use what surrounds me to thrive, make space for warmth to live inside cold. I can sculpt an igloo. Today, I need to build alone. Mittens soaked and heavy, my thumbs still tingle with life. Next time, we'll take turns stacking squares, filling cracks, molding a dome of hope from our piercing world, even knowing frost will find its way in. I crawl into my hollow, lay my head on frigid ground, a thrum low and steady, like my father's voice through his chest when I was small and safe. The storm lulls. I'm not lost, but held. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Megan. And we're now going to go to Randy Fowler.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So some of you may know that this has been one of the worst summers I've ever had, and poetry has really helped me through most of it. But this poem in particular is, to say, the worst day of the worst summer that I've ever had. And it's inspired by Nine Inch Nails' song called Hurt. This is called Hurt and Hope. I yelled at you today. Shame shoves me in jail. Mine grows self-consumed. Once again, I fail. Hurt all those I love. Unintended blood. Stillborn soul pollutes. I'm the king of mud. I confess control has been my drug since birth. Its needle sticks my heart, injects short-term self-worth. Hope departs each day, guilt attacks at night. I cry out to God, help me make things right. Jesus, you respond, bid your spirit come. She implants reprieve. I awake your son. But bring me more than grace, thirst to be transformed, not wound next of kin, live without my thorns. Your warmth overflows like a waterfall, washes off my muck, and conscience learns to crawl. Poem.
Thank you so much, Randy. We'll now move to the West Coast and ask Susan to Dingle to please join us.
Thank you. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Poetry Street. There is Poetry Street out here. It's called Poetry Street PNW. It's at the Camas Library in Camas, Washington on the 4th Wednesday of the month. Just so you know. This is a poem that's new. And thinking this weekend, of course, is the Shinnecock powwow. So really grateful for the for Chip's acknowledgement of our indigenous connection and our stolen land that we are on. And this is called A Feather for Sister Judy. No more lying, you said. No one believed you. You had so many feelings, you rubbed your hands together to release them like birds. No more lying, you said, but no one believed you, for you lied about things that could be proved, but never told, about things that could not be proved. The welts on your back, the rain of silver scars along your forearms and legs, your body thickening like into a fortress, never quite heavy enough to protect you from what was never said. 2, Judy speaks her mind. Honestly, Sue, what's the matter with you? Why you always got to call me your adopted sister? Like you don't want to be associated with me, like you're ashamed of me. Maybe I'm not educated like some people, la-di-da. So what? If you're the smart one, I'm the one people like. You got to admit, Sue, I got a much better personality than you. No offense, I'm friendlier. You're stuck up, admit it. Think you're so much better than everybody else. You don't fool me. I feel sorry for you. Always got to be Little Miss Perfect, and I always got to be Dolly Dreck just so you look good. But you can't help it, I guess. You're too chicken to talk back. You could be hurting just as bad as me, only you keep your mouth shut. Go to your room, hide in your doll closet. At your age, aren't you ashamed? I hate to admit it, but honestly, Sue, sometimes I feel sorry for you. 3, Judy, I hear you. I hear you decades later, I confess, though there is no recourse, no justice, but just us, Judy, whose birth name was always unknown, unknown as your mother's was, and where you came from, your straight dark hair, so thick and strong, chopped at the jaw. I never asked. No more lying, you said. This is how I answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's Susan Dingle, everyone. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Susan. And now we're going to have Stephen Clifford, also from the Scene magazine. Let's give it up for Stephen.
Well, I just love this stuff because it's like a poetry in the open wards off of fascism, I think. So we got to keep doing this, got to keep our voices in the public, you know. Of the past is written in bleach, we trace with ink. I trace. A mental award poem. I met a stranger, a babbling about the secrets of the universe, a singularity for features mounted his head, like a facial rider with infinite density of ideas, or just a blur with cosmic weight. This crowded me as I asked where he's from. Overriding my question, he shot back, "Where are you from?" My words vacuumed into his bloody face at their conception. Two, I looked in the mirror and I saw the universe. 3, a celestial traveling circus gestured up the street, one car reading Astro Theater. We reenact reality and sometimes improv genes. I wrote a mental side note. Do they mix them up? 4, my eyes metaphysically x-rayed, flocking birds, ultraviolet wings flickered convulsively like a motioning a fluorescent sign, multi-hued, lightning. I've reenacts the birds' movements, surreally tracing them instantly. Parading neon lights followed the birds as they skimmed grass, ascended higher, and plunged inside a great blushy a tree. The nightclub primal reality. 5. The cosmo blossomed reversedly, listening to an imploding song like an earworm called on reality. Universes on birthdays celebrated, fluctuating on an unconscious current. 6. Sleeping in the asylum, a tub chain of rising floated on the moon and soaked in a lunar bath. 7. An awakening at my bedside wobbles like a fawn's. Standing evenings were two-dimensional. An ant crawling a magazine of cosmology titled How to Reboot Existence. 8. A dazzling stereographic of reality bulged in 3D if glared at excessively. 9. A bloody star just of a fantasized cosmos of falling like snow melting on an existential wall where a smudge bug edges across delusionally. This was my progress here. 10. Parasitic present infested non-existence as time coughs sporadically. 11. A sentient clock on the wall tinkered with itself. Misogynistic gears were independently consciousness, epileptic thinking hands circled creatively. 12. I entered a whale's walk-in closet to meditate and until it digested a man. 13. Cosmological professionals told me, learn to tie your shoes, dreamy laces in your imagination so you don't trip. 14. I found inside a box a magic pit. A demon squatted here like bohemians where I cooked the universe in a pot. Thank you.
I just love Stephen. So awesome. So I have a poem. It's called TikTok. What of our lives would we make if only we knew how many breaths we had left to take? With each and every single tick of the clock we survive is another tick we should rejoice for being alive. If we only knew how many more breaths we had left to take, of what of our lives and legacy would we make? To love, to give, and to share light, to embrace another chance to make things right. To how many will we say I'm sorry? To whom will we choose to forgive? How different would our life choices be if we only knew how long we had left to live? Maybe we wouldn't take our blessings for granted or easily forget those who helped us on our journey, nor will we neglect to care for the seeds we planted. Of what of our lives and legacy would we make if only we knew how many breaths we had left to take? What lessons can we really learn? Who would we want to keep close? From whom would we refrain? What would we change, give up, lose, and burn? How will we choose which passions are still worth the yearn? How would we spend our time? Where would we go? The truth is, we may not ever know. Are you so confident you can say each second you remain without regret, doubt, and shame, you will continue to live your life the same? Tick tock. Thank you. And now we kind of adopted Jen Schiff into our Poetry Street running stuff because she's really good at all that. And we're just so happy to have her part of us to help us. And we need someone else that's good with social media as well. So if you're good with social media out there in Zoom land, please give us a call. But now let's welcome Jen Schiff.
Thank you. I can't decide what to read. Okay,
Jen, your microphone's not great.
how am I now?
A little better.
Oh, it's this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
How's that?
Much better. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This starts with a quote from the film Taste of Cherry by Abbas Kiarostami, and it's a question. You want to give up the taste of cherries? The poem is called Cherry. COVID took my uncle to the fields of Elysium, eternal ease for heroes. While in hospital, he said, well, sometimes you get a sour cherry, referring to his life. Separated many years, we had gone to the same school. Reverence was taught, disloyalty met with taint, liar, loser, embarrassment. Teachers were chilling, sadists, and self-preservation depended upon acquiescence, leading to distrust of one's own palate, like in Stockholm. He was dying when I called. Still, I could say only, how do you feel? This poem is an ode to sweet cherries, dedicated to D.
Thank you, Jen. And now someone else from the Scene magazine who I adore, Vinnie Colon. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Vinnie.
Thank you, Chip, and to all the features. That was really, really something special today. I'm going to read you a poem from my new book. It's called The Old Wooden Bench. And our publisher's right here in Zoomland.
Yay.
Judy Tur, J.R. Tur. The last one. extinct. We become obsolete. Our obsolescence befalls us. Our uniqueness exposes us. It makes us feel complete, like the innocent dodo bird. But have you heard the last of the rest of the story? Where is our Galapagos? Is it right here in front of us? Turn back, give in, repent. After all the money spent, and you've given me your word, or have you heard the last of the rest of the story? We're still the last ones to know, the first ones to go. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Where is our Shangri-La? Where is our lost horizon, the sacred soil, the golden cord? Or have you not heard the last of the rest of the story? The snakes in the garden recoil. Do you hear me? You feel the blood boil? Are we the last ones to care? Will you answer the dare when called upon? Or are you just bored? Do you still want to hear the last of the rest of the story? We're the last ones to laugh at the joke, on the outside as well as the yolk, multiplying, replicating like the cell, exponentially propagating, doing well. The bird is the word, or have you heard, or still want to hear the last of the rest of the story? Don't answer yet, don't be absurd. We've still not written or lived the rest of the last of the story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vinny. And now we're going to go back to Zoom land. Claire, who do you have?
Okay, first we have J.R. Turk, Judy, followed by Nina, and then Bob Hayes.
Awesome.
Super. Thank you. Thank you, features. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Claire, who's just amazing keeping all these things together. And thank you, Chip. And I'm gonna ask something of Chip. I got this wonderful new thing on my front porch just the other day. Healing Souls. It's the 24-hour poetry marathon poems from last year. And this is my very first read from it. So I'm going to ask Chip to play Poetry Roulette and pick a number from 1 to 24.
7.
7.
That's my birthday, September 7th.
Okay. Okay. Hour 7. They're all about shoes, by the way.
Thanks.
Addicted. Haiku sequence. 1 shoe, 2 shoes, 3 shoes more. Another falls on the floor. Stack them, smack them, make them fit. Face it, the closet's too small. Stash them, smash them, hide them from hubby. He doesn't understand. No room to box them, no space to display them. Clean out your shoes. 3 pairs of black pumps, 4 pairs of purple. How many pairs of white? 4 seasons of shoes, 3 seasons under the bed. Then mid-season, clogs and mules, flexible soles to fit into 3 seasons. Trendy new shoes in vibrant summer colors now need clothes to match. Midnight implosion, closet rods snapped. Shoephoria fills the bedroom. He's had enough. His hissy fit lasts 5 minutes. You can't live like this. I'm calling in help, friends, family, therapist, an intervention. No, I'll clean out. I'll cut the collection down to size. Promise. Tears, sobbing. I'm addicted. I can't. I need them all. Honey, be reasonable. You can only wear 1 pair at a time. Don't touch my shoes. Hands off the closet door. He
was never seen again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judy, and I put your title in the chat. Nina, we'll go to you. Nina Yedel.
Hi, thank you. Wonderful afternoon. Thank you for the features and thank you, Chip and Maggie and Claire. I'm going to read something that I've read probably before from my book. It's called These Stones. Shaped in kilns of destiny, scions of unfinished earth, or hammered in the heat of longing, placed beneath the silent feathered sky, so many for the mind to grasp or soul to touch, small, round, marked or grand, split or broken. A universe of chance design, lava of the moon, carried by the lofty tide, awakened, washed, and spun by a weaving sea. Subtle or clear the colors come, crystal and jade gems in brilliant sun. Bounding in the water's flow, they banter, dance, and play in the trickling run. Thank you.
I'm sorry. We're going to Bob Hayes next. Thank you so much, Nina. Okay. And here he is.
Oh, after Bob.
I've been getting kind of headaches ever since sometime in January, and it makes me rant sometimes. So today's a rant, I guess. It's called The Man Who Cried Wolf. The Orange Man in the White House keeps manufacturing emergencies to depress and oppress all the regular folks. His so-called emergencies provide excuses and cover to push false narrative. He wouldn't know a true emergency if it hit him in the face. Real emergencies, like millions of kids going hungry in a land of plenty. Hundreds cut down every year by so-called defensive firearms. Immigrant families being torn apart. Millions of people, especially those of color and the aged, denied health care. Hopefully, as he continues to cry wolf, he will be devoured by those he treads upon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bob. And Chip will go back, Maggie Lee will go back to the room.
Okay, I'm taking over. Chip is going off to earn money. Money. Okay, we are back to the room. This is a new name from me, Betty Trojanowska. Ski. Sorry, I apologize. Welcome.
So, yeah, I found this guy last night hiding in my pile of stuff. And it sort of just really resonated with me at this moment in time that we're all living in. So I'm calling it hope. Sometimes in the evening, when the stars emerge and begin their slow sky dance, the demons cower, as they should. And the honest, unguarded ones laugh and shout with full breaths. Order is restored and peace reigns. Somewhere in the universe, in that moment, the good guys win.
Excellent, Betty. Come back. Return to us. Okay, next in the room is Wayne Barr. He is part of the family now.
This one is called A Few Minutes on Sunday. Old enough to be your grandfather, yet young enough to feel the spark of youth's atoms and electrons. We stand opposite each other. From behind the counter, your smile leaps toward me. The shop smells of lavender and honey. As if age doesn't matter, we stake out common ground. Your candle-lit eyes speak of the bruised but precious realization. Life, despite the inevitable setbacks and disappointments, is a wondrous ride. Whether it be a merry-go-round, jet plane, or Honda Civic. I place the gift bag, flowers from my garden, on the counter. Something happens during those few minutes. A Sunday recognition. Feelings never to be fully acknowledged or forgotten. Kaleidoscope of sensibilities too tender but cherished beyond words, privately. These few minutes turned into moments on Sunday. Poem.
Thank you, Wayne. David Egan, also new to our group. Welcome.
They told me about the golden years. They didn't say it was pyrite. And these are the accoutrements of age. So I hope that I can read this for you. A piece from a body of work called Unquiet Heart. And the piece is Forgive Me, Love. Love is timeless, but only in its own time, and that not nearly so for some. And yet, my love is true. When last I saw you by my side, I was the other half of what you made complete. And when your grip was torn from me, I knew an ache that had no bounds. I had no hope that any could replace your style, nor any could those special feelings stir again. And truly, they have not. But now someone has come, someone who sees the quiet passage of my hours and waits for me when I am yearning for your touch and gone to seek you in a place they cannot come, who understands the meaning of my need. This does not say I love you less, for I cannot, but I would gladly wear the bonds of love if they could but be your arms encircling mine. But I have lost the thread of who I am, and fear that I am lost myself if I must bear this cross alone. I know that it is not your wish that I should carry on unaided all my lifetime's days. Too well I know your heart. And I have heard your sorrow in the rustling morn and in the passing night. For love is never silent. It speaks in many ways. And though my side no longer feels the gift you gave my heart, I wear you daily on my soul. Do not think ill of me if I should do this thing. I only ask to lay to rest the future that we planned, but can no longer act upon. Not any of the past that was our time. So touch my heart with peace and ease the troubles that I bear, for wanting that which waits to share the burden of the years to come, and this time gently let me go.
That was beautiful, David. Thank you. Claire, who do we have?
Okay, we are gonna go back to Zoom, and I can say Trojanowski like the back of my hand, but I'm gonna do my best with Pramila Venkateswaran.
Hi, everyone. So lovely to hear all of you, especially the features. Elegy for the flora and fauna of Gaza. I don't remember the day I became aware of myself as separate from you, but always looked toward you, even if I was far away. The snow remembers the earth, remembers the tree, remembers the clouds, the rain, the sky, the lake by the house, and I. When hearts are unrelenting, I recall people struggling through the annals of history to love their land and protect it. When my sadness digs deep into my dreams, I send out wishes like feathers to the dying, the starving, and the fleeing, their shoes, shirts, and cups left behind. Who will write their elegies, sing their eulogies? The sky is a deep blue. The Mediterranean is quiet. The world's protest is a hum. My people who sing hymns of exile don't want to drive out our neighbors, for we remember the pain of the soul stretched out of the body and its longing to return to its salt. Thank you.
Thank you, Pramila. That was wonderful. And now we will go to Kathy Donnelly.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. We're good.
So, hello, everybody. Nice to see you on this beautiful Saturday. Thanks to Chip, thanks to Claire, thanks to Maggie. Thank you for having this event. And the readers, wonderful. I enjoyed very much. I have a poem here that I wasn't going to read, but after this shooting of the children at Mass on a Sunday, for goodness sake, I'm going to just read this poem. It's called Television. The same mass media that links me to the fine arts, ballets, symphonies, Broadway plays in New York City, in my living room, a ceilidh in Ireland, cycling Tour de France, horse racing, car racing, hearts racing, Olympics on the other side of the globe, antiques worth fortunes in attics, storage closets, renditions of old novels I'll never have time to read. Makes me feel guilty to have so much when the same source of information in color, surround sound floods my living room, with the cries of children who live with so little, no television to see it's all wrong.
Thank you so much, Kathy.
You're welcome. Poem.
And now I have one of my own. I am going to apologize ahead of time if you've heard it before, but I'm trying to get to Carnegie Hall. And this is not for anybody who's experienced a sudden death, an unexpected one, but it helped me. Good family friend died last night. So do not begrudge an ailing loved one's death. My phone's ringing, of course. Let me start over. Do not begrudge an ailing loved one's death. Death is but the briefest moment in time, and who are we to begrudge anyone the passage? From this life filled with its daily trial and tribulations, pain and suffering, and endless waiting for release. Awakening then unto the eternal life promised, just one short sleep past, where death is no more. Our loved ones are returned to us whole, standing, walking, running, laughing, crying, singing out of tune, restored to an image where their internal light shines forth in every vision we hold of them. Time will tell when it's fitting they return to us in dreams, but they shall never be far, just an instant summons of their love to surround us, all simply for the asking, for the remembering. For they have raged against the dying of the light for as long as suited them, till they heard the beckoning of a spectacular kingdom of heaven, till they trusted we would be all right, till they embraced that good, gentle night. Do not begrudge them their death, and don't begrudge yourself the healing, holding them up in love, cherishing their memory, arriving at peace if only for a small fraction of our day, and eventually replacing grief with hope. The tether of love ensures we will be reunited with our loved ones, and then only in the next briefest moment of time that has passed, all will be forgotten, save bliss. Thank you.
Beautiful, Claire. Is there anybody in the room who has not read who would like to read, like Bubby? No? Linda? Oh.
I came 2 minutes late.
Sure. Oh, what is your name? You can announce that when you come.
My name is Ala Amwachi. I came from Northport. It's a little bit of a trek. This is based on my actual interactions with someone high up in the hierarchy of ICE as an attorney. And it's a portrait of a man at war with himself. It's called the ICE Confessional. At 26 Federal Plaza, room 9, 110, you beckoned me, as usual, under the guise of business, mourning dissonance of being, bearing your fragmented identity, a man clawing at the facade of his self-inflicted deception. My client's file in hand, my heart moved by optimism, I sat across from you in your executive suite, distant, physically, psychically. Perhaps you wish to cleanse the grit of your profession in the lightness of my spirit, irrepressible pain silencing pragmatism, your better judgment snuffed by the unshakable bitterness inside you. You told them you worked for the government and no one else knew more. Should I tell them I'm separating families? You mused. In the same breath, you denied a mother's right to remain. It's a lonely existence, you confessed, sidestepping the loneliness of children left behind in her absence, a chasm for the end of days. Smoke and mirrors, you decried politics, but kept the wheels turning, people's documents, origami. Your sister's fiance's visa had expired, so you told him if he didn't leave, you'd get the job done personally. A principled henchman, sacrificing family for country, you beamed while I recoiled, a curious magnetism, a yearn for a collision. For your eyes betrayed the silent darkness within, unease permeating the room, like heavy cologne masking the scent of death. All I had asked was, "How are you?" And you clung to my presence because I knew who you were, though I could do nothing but hear the tortured man reappearing and vanishing behind the smoke, and I, the mirror, unlike you, unbroken.
Maggie, can we hear the poet's name again?
I'm sorry?
Can we hear the poet's name again?
Yes, could you give your name again, please?
Ala Amwachi.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope you come back to us from all the way from North Pole, please. So let's hear it for the open mic, huh? I'm going to read a short poem and then we will hear one more poem from each of our features. This is called On Disappointment. It's not exactly gloom, not nearly depression, more like a shadow at sundown. What felt like comfort a moment ago, a chance for intimacy with someone I would love to love, lost. It's not death, but it skirts the edge of immortality. What could have been? A furnished space emptied, music promised, now silenced, even the echo passed over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Steve, would you like to read another poem?
What a cool day, huh? I love this place. You guys, man, oh man. Rock and roll. So I'm gonna try to do something that's kind of uplifting and silly. I don't really write this type of poetry, because I'm not really good at it. So this is I guess an homage to Lewis Carroll. I'm a big Alice in Wonderland fan. And this is just kind of my opinion. It's called And If You Go Chasing Rabbits. Do you love me? Asked Alice. No, I don't love you, replied the white rabbit. Alice frowned and clasped her hands together as she did whenever she felt hurt. See, replied the white rabbit. Now you're going to start asking yourself what makes you so imperfect and what you did so wrong that I can't love you at least a little. You know, that's why I can't love you. You will not always be loved, Alice. There will be days when others will be tired and bored with life, will have their heads in the clouds and will hurt you because people are like that. They somehow always end up hurting each other's feelings, whether through carelessness, misunderstandings, or conflicts with themselves. If you don't love yourself at least a little, if you don't create an armoire or a self-love of happiness around your heart, the feeble annoyances caused by others will become lethal and will destroy you. The first time I saw you, I made a pact with myself. I will avoid loving you until you learn how to love yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Rosa.
All right. Okay, thank you. This has just been so awesome today. I've enjoyed all the poetry immensely, and Star and Steve, has been a pleasure to be featured poet with you all. Star made a statement that is always significant when a mother passes, and Steve talked about his mom who had passed. So I pulled this one out that was one I wrote as a tribute to my mom who passed away in 2015. It's called A Mother's Love. A mother's love is our divine cover, a love designed by God like none other. A Proverbs 31 woman, always sacrificing for her home and her children. She uplifts her family and shields them in prayer, along with all of those who encounter her love and care. And like the flowers that she loves so much, we thrive and grow stronger because of her touch. Her love exceeds the test of time in the present and in loving memories, blossoming with a sweet aroma like the essence of fine wine. God expresses a mother's love in the form of moms, wives, grandmothers, aunties, sisters, and friends as a gift to the world he created, so a mother's love would never end. Poem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rosa. And now Star Black.
It's been a great afternoon listening to poetry. You understand why everybody loves it. It really calms us down, connects us, and things are said that need to be said but aren't easily said straight on. Oh, I'm trying to find my poem. I'm sorry. This is about the abominable snowman. I like the abominable snowman because there have been sightings, but we don't know if he's there. Oh, this one. The thing about the abominable snowman is there have been sightings, but do we know or not know? You know, has anything been proved? Has he been to a scientific laboratory to be designated as real? Or are they just these traces of big footprints somewhere? So if this is called Better Yeti. Better Yeti. Mysteries were splendidly unresolved, like the shoe size of abominable footprints. The cliffs were whisked by icy willy-waws, gusting yaks on the snowy precipices. Char falcons hovered with fidgety claws, hampered and hungered by merciless maelstroms And maybe there was, and maybe there wasn't, a blitz glimpse of the cloud leopard. Oh, whoa, wilt smirts, Yeti lamented, gazing down glacial drops slashed by lightning. That piggly wiggly speck hunch above a pickaxe has the bumpkiny quirks of a human. You worry too much, Yeti's wife said. Take a little walk on the peak above the blizzard. We've had miles and miles of blistering frostbite. The pilots and the peepers can't take it. I don't know, lovey. We have each other, yet I yearn for proto-mists, ranges vacant, when saber-tooths romped in mammothine drifts, and omadi-padi ohms were complacent. Forgetty, Yeti, forgetty, please, the abominable grotto frau urged and pleaded. Those camera-clad clubby types always freeze, and a speck can't click when it's frigid. No one knows for sure if Yeti takes walks. Howling hails leave strange indentations, and the meanings of mysteries are sometimes lost in habitudes under the way-worn welcome. Thank you.
Thank everybody. Thank everybody. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful afternoon. Let's hear it for everybody. And let's hear it for Claire Lundberg. Without her, we'd be just us. And also for our wonderful host, the Poet Laureate of Suffolk County, Chip Williford. Come back next month, everybody. Don't forget to put a line in the community poem jar. And you got to hear the poem. So you got to come back next month. And next month, M.T. Paridi will be featuring, along with Rosalind Brenner, a poet from the East End of Long Island. Oh my God. So please, please come back. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Maggie, for everything you do.
Bye, Maggie. Bye, Chip, Claire.
Bye, everyone.
Everybody, wonderful being with you.